video the morning after. Good win for the Lions. Finding ways to win. From a franchise, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget to hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Check my Goodfella TV channel out. Check the Patreon out, the Free Game 89. All that's over there. Check out the Free Game 89 channel on most social media platforms. Appreciate that. And they, from a franchise that found ways to lose. We even watched punters lose the game for the Lions. Remember, Golden Tate lost the game on the goal line, said his leg was down, but it looked like he was in. We can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about just the shortcomings and the bad calls that we've gotten, and how we found ways just in general to lose football games. Taking the win to Chicago instead of taking the ball. Remember that Marty Morningway. Even we had Gary Mulder, and he was an old ex-Michigan football coach, and he was turning Lions around as an interim coach. And we got rid of him. Y'all remember that? We got rid of him. So, most people felt mad when they got rid of Jim Caldwell. For years, we get the stigma of we failed Matthew Stafford, but that's what people who's outside looking in. They didn't watch those football games. They just go off perception. Matthew Stafford had a top defense one year. Golden Tate, Reggie Bush, Joy Bill, Calvin Johnson, and he choked in the Dallas game. He choked in the New Orleans game. Don't forget when they was going to the Super Bowl in the Rams, he wasn't that fucking great. That team was a super team. That team had a few Hall of Famers, from Eric Weddle to Von Miller to Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. Odell Beckham won't get into the Hall of Fame, but he was on that trajectory at one point. I forget who the receivers was. Cooper Kupp might maybe go to the Hall of Fame. And he threw a pick to Ja'Tarius Tart that he just straight up dropped. That's another Super Bowl the 49ers should have been in. And perhaps probably would have beat the Bengals that year. That was their year, too. Lower seed, had a lot of momentum, beat LA going into the playoffs. So we got a lot of bad rapping. We had a bad organization through the years. Matt Millen, I lived through them. And even through the mid-90s, in the late 90s, where we had Luther Ellis, Robert Porcher, Stephen Boyd, what's the brother that's the white guy? Chris Spielman, that's helping us out, man. The Lions have had talent. I think one of the greatest, other than Billy Sims, if he didn't get hurt early in his career, the greatest what-if story, maybe outside of, the greatest what-if story nobody talks about, and I didn't forget Lions on this guy, Jermaine Crowell, man. Another dude out of Virginia, like Herman Ward was out of Virginia. He was another dude. He was going to be a superstar in this league, Jermaine Crowell. He got injured early in his career. I think he had a couple thousand yard season, or at least one of them. Jermaine Crowell was a fucking beast. But now we're finding ways to win the game. Bringing Jamal Adams off the street. The Muhammad guy, I think, off the practice squad. Pat O'Connor is doing things. We losing Liam McNeil, no Hazarike, no Josh Pascal. 3 guys that can help you in the interior line. 3 guys, 2 of them guys who can help you on the edge. We lost Mikal Wingo, we lost Aiden Hutchinson, lost Alex Anzalone, lost Derek Barnes, lost one of our best special team players from the Pro Bowl last year, and Jalen Reeves-Maybin. You know why? Because they got a system. Depending on where you work at, a lot of places you work at, you create a system. They train you on how to do things, and this is how we're supposed to do it. But eventually, you find a system that works for you. Eventually, you find a system that works for you. And the Lions have found a system of guys. They found the system of guys that if you don't fit this build, or you don't fit this mold, or if you ain't physical, aggressive, you don't love football, you know, if you ain't the type of character guy we like, and you ain't the football guy we like, you know what I'm saying? You might not be the fastest or the tallest, but you play with that grit. You ain't scared to get your hands dirty. You ain't scared to block. They found the system of guys, a prototype of guys that they love to plug and play. And if you ain't with that system, didn't they get rid of Jamie Collins when they was trying to hang on to him, and Jamie Collins was just a bad apple from New England, and they got rid of him, and it kind of took off. So they have a system of which is plug and play. You are a football type of guy. You the type of guy we like. Hey man, we're gonna put you in the best position to be successful. That's one thing I like about Bill Belichick. One thing about Bill Belichick defensively, he's not gonna ask you to do nothing that you can't do. He gonna put you in a position to do what you do best. If you a rushing linebacker, okay, we'll work on your coverage skills. But right now, we're gonna just ask you to rush the passer. How they know it? Detroit was trying to make him do all these different things. Bill Belichick just said, go get the passer. Baltimore just said, go get the passer. And now he's a reborn player. You know? And now Detroit has got that. Well, we know we need that linebacker. And we didn't think the linebackers were sexy outside of Jack Campbell. And that was a questionable pick. You know, is Braylon Edwards a crow for saying what he said about Jack Campbell? That's video worthy. Did Jalen, and I like Braylon Edwards. I know I'm a Michigan guy. But Braylon Edwards need to eat crow. And I'm pretty sure he has a crow if he's still on Woodward Sports. I'm pretty sure he's a crow. He said Jack Campbell can't hang Jermaine in this league. Man, was he fucking wrong. Man, was he wrong. But outside of that, Barnes wasn't sexy. He was an edge rusher at Iowa. You know, he wasn't sexy. No, Anzoni, fuck they even get this guy for? Fuck they get this guy for? You know? That's what we was asking. Fuck they get this guy for, you know? And he was flat out one of the MVPs of the defense last season and this season he balled. So they have an idea, man, and, you know, the system. The system in which they're implementing. The system. So, they clinched the playoffs is because of the system. So, congratulations to the Lions. 12-1. Could have been 13-0, but I don't really think he wanted the pressure of being 13-0. But you know what? That's another conversation for another day. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for videos like this. Peace.